Rise of the Spartans, a city forged in war. The hot sun beat down on the dusty plains of Laconia. Here, in a land scarred by mountains and riven by valleys, a city arose unlike any other. This was Sparta, founded in the 9th century BCE. From its very inception, Sparta was destined for greatness, but that greatness would be forged in blood and fire. The Spartans were not like other Greeks. They were a warrior society where every aspect of life revolved around the art of war. Their laws, their customs, even their very language, all were honed to create the ultimate fighting force. Discipline was absolute. Weakness was not tolerated. Their neighbors feared and respected them. The Spartans, with their laconic speech and unwavering courage, became a byword for military might. They were a force to be reckoned with, and their legend was only just beginning. The Agoge forging boys into weapons. At the age of 7, a Spartan boy's life changed forever. He was taken from his family and thrust into the Agoge. This was no ordinary education. It was a brutal and unforgiving training regime designed to strip away weakness and forge warriors of iron. The boys lived in communal barracks. They endured harsh physical training, meager rations, and constant testing. They learned to fight with sword and shield, to endure pain and hardship without complaint. They were taught to value duty, obedience, and above all, Sparta, above their own lives. Survival was paramount. Those who showed weakness were beaten, ridiculed, and left behind. Only the strongest, the most cunning, and the most ruthless survived the Agoge. Those who did emerged as Spartans, the most formidable warriors the world had ever seen. Life in the shadow of the spear, Spartan society. Life in Sparta was unlike anything in the Greek world. This was a society where the needs of the state outweighed all else. Individuality was suppressed. Conformity was the rule. From cradle to grave, every Spartan, man or woman, lived and breathed for war. At the heart of Spartan society lay the concept of the equals. These were the full Spartan citizens, raised from birth in the Agoge and dedicated to the military. They lived a communal existence, sharing meals, training together, and fighting side by side. Their lives were rigidly structured, their time devoted to military exercises and service to the state. Every aspect of Spartan life, from their diet to their clothing, was designed to promote discipline and endurance. Luxury and extravagance were shunned as weaknesses. Spartans valued strength, courage, and self-sacrifice above all else. They lived and breathed for the glory of Sparta, prepared to lay down their lives at a moment's notice. Their dedication was absolute. Spartan women, a different kind of strength. While Spartan men trained for war, Spartan women maintained the strength and stability of Spartan society. They were not confined to the home as in other Greek city-states. They enjoyed a level of freedom and respect unheard of elsewhere. Spartan women were expected to be strong and healthy, capable of bearing strong sons for the army. They received physical training, though not as rigorous as the men. Legend has it that a Spartan mother told her son, "Come back with your shield or on it." Their strength, courage, and dedication were essential to Spartan success. The story of Thermopylae is etched in legend. In 480 BCE, a vast Persian army, led by Xerxes, descended upon Greece. The Greek city-states united to face this common enemy. 7,000 Greeks, including 300 Spartans under King Leonidas, blocked the pass at Thermopylae. The Persians expected a swift victory. They hurled wave after wave of troops against the Greek lines, but the Greeks held firm. The Spartans fought with legendary ferocity. For 3 days, the Greeks held the pass, inflicting heavy casualties. A traitorous Greek revealed a mountain path, allowing the Persians to outflank the defenders. Leonidas dismissed most of the Greek army. He remained with the Spartans, determined to make a final stand. The Spartans and their allies fought with the courage of desperation. They charged into the Persian ranks, selling their lives dearly. One by one they fell, until only Leonidas remained. The Spartan king, already wounded multiple times, fought on until he too was overwhelmed. The Battle of Thermopylae was a military defeat for the Greeks, but it became a moral victory of epic proportions. The Spartans' sacrifice, their unwavering courage in the face of insurmountable odds, became a symbol of resistance against tyranny. It rallied the Greeks and inspired them to fight on. Their stand at Thermopylae echoed through the ages. It became a testament to the power of courage and self-sacrifice, a reminder that even in defeat there can be glory. The Spartans' legend grew even stronger, their names etched in history as symbols of unwavering bravery. Despite the glory of Thermopylae, Sparta's grip on power began to loosen. The very system that made them strong also contained the seeds of their decline. The rigid social structure and the constant focus on military training stifled innovation and adaptability. Sparta's population, never large to begin with, dwindled further due to constant warfare and a strict citizenship system. Their reliance on helots, a subjugated population of slaves, created internal tensions. The Spartans lived in constant fear of helot revolts, requiring them to maintain a strict military state and limiting their ability to expand their influence. As other Greek city-states, like Athens, flourished culturally and economically, Sparta seemed increasingly archaic. Their rigid adherence to tradition made them slow to adapt to new military tactics and changing political landscapes. The cracks in the Spartan facade were starting to show. The once invincible city-state was slowly losing its edge. The price of glory, internal strife, and external threats. The decline of Sparta accelerated in the 4th century BCE. Victories in the Peloponnesian War against Athens brought wealth and power, but also corruption and internal strife. The traditional values of discipline and austerity eroded. Sparta became embroiled in conflicts with other Greek city-states, further draining its resources and manpower. In 371 BCE, the Spartans suffered a catastrophic defeat at the Battle of Leuctra against the Thebans. This defeat shattered the myth of Spartan invincibility. It marked a turning point in Greek history, ending Spartan hegemony and paving the way for the rise of Thebes. The rise of Macedon under Philip II and then Alexander the Great delivered the final blow to Spartan independence. Though they put up fierce resistance, the Spartans were no match for the Macedonian war machine. By the time of Alexander's death in 323 BCE, Sparta was but a shadow of its former self, its power broken, its independence lost. The fall of the mighty Sparta's final stand. Despite their decline, the Spartans never entirely surrendered their warrior spirit. Even under Roman rule, which began in 146 BCE, they retained a degree of autonomy and continued to practice their traditional customs. The Romans, impressed by the Spartan legend, often treated them with a degree of respect. However, Sparta's glory days were long gone. The once mighty city-state was now a tourist attraction, visited by those eager to see the remnants of a bygone era. The Spartans themselves, though still clinging to their traditions, were a shadow of their ancestors. The last embers of Spartan independence were finally extinguished in 268 CE, when the city was sacked by the Heruli, a Germanic tribe. Though Sparta was later rebuilt, it never regained its former glory. The Spartan state, once a byword for military might and discipline, was no more, but its legend lived on. Remember Sparta, a legacy carved in stone and song. Despite their ultimate demise, the Spartans left an indelible mark on history. Their story, a tale of courage, discipline, and self-sacrifice, has resonated through the ages, inspiring countless generations. The Spartan system, though flawed and ultimately unsustainable, provided a model for military training and social organization that influenced later societies. Their emphasis on physical fitness, discipline, and martial prowess found echoes in the Roman legions and beyond. But perhaps the greatest legacy of the Spartans lies in the realm of ideas. Their unwavering courage in the face of overwhelming odds, their willingness to die for their city and their freedom, continues to capture the imagination. Thermopylae stands as a timeless symbol of resistance against tyranny, a reminder that even the smallest force can make a stand for what is right. Spartans in the modern world, an enduring symbol. The Spartan legacy extends far beyond the history books. Their story, passed down through literature, art, and popular culture, continues to resonate with modern audiences. From movies like 300 to countless books, video games, and even sports teams, the Spartans remain an enduring symbol of strength, courage, and determination. The Spartan ethos, though often romanticized and simplified, speaks to something deep within the human spirit, the desire for excellence, the willingness to push beyond one's limits, and the importance of standing up for what one believes in. The Spartans may be gone, but their spirit lives on. Their story, a tale of glory and tragedy, of triumph and defeat, continues to inspire and captivate. They remind us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, courage, discipline, and self-sacrifice can make a difference, and that even in defeat there can be an enduring kind of victory.